Yes, I was on mute, I think, about the mic. So I will repeat. Welcome on board for this number two, for this second edition of the Back to the Future Team Fox Adventure. I'm very happy to be here with you. And today we will visit a special location of Hill Valley with our partner Kevin Bosch. And he will make the show for us. And they will permit to have this live visit of Hill Valley. Unfortunately, today it was previous that we receive Claudia Wells, but unfortunately this morning she awake. And she was unable to share the show with us and to join us today. So we are working on a way to try to reschedule something for next week because she have got a fever this morning and she was not very well. She awake being not very well. So Claudia, take care of you. And she told me that she sent you a lot of love, and we'll try to make this meeting with her next week. So today we will visit Hill Valley and welcome our pal Kevin Bosch. Now I think he's ready. We will see if Kevin Bosch is ready. Up.
Ready?
Hi.
Hey. How are you guys doing?
What's going?
I'm
Fine
good.
here. What time is it in LA? Tell us.
It's 10:30 a.m.
10:30 a.m. Okay.
10:30 Hill Valley time.
Hill Valley time. Okay, Kevin. So, as I said to all the people watching us, you are in Hill Valley today for this first visit of the Back to the Future location. This is a location tour, and now the show must go on. I want to say, okay, so we'll make the visit with you. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, welcome everybody. As you can maybe tell, I'm currently at the, and I'll flip the camera around in a second. I'm currently at the what I call Doc Brown's Burger King. This is the Burger King. Over here behind me is where Doc Brown's lab would be. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll keep it. Oh. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of in a parking lot, so I'm gonna try to avoid the cars. But yeah, I want to start the tour where the film started. So the first exterior location was right here. We're in Burbank, actually, Burbank, California. We're actually a few miles away from Universal Studios. And then, so Doc Brown's lab was right here in this little area. As you can tell, it's a parking lot for the Burger King. And they build the facade of Doc's lab right here. In the movie, you can actually see this sort of median or this sort of like curb, and it looks like it's just kind of like Doc Brown, like that's where like the street ends. But in reality, there's a whole other parking lot behind it. I believe in the movie you can see, if you can imagine it, the garage is right here, and then you can also see the garbage. And the facade, and I recently realized this, that a lot of people might not realize, or some fans might not realize that I think really hardcore fans know this, but there's some fans that don't realize that the Doc's lab in this scene is supposed to be Doc's garage in 1955. It's the same structure. He just sold the rest of the land. So later on this week, we'll go and visit Doc's mansion. We'll visit the Gamble house, and we will see the actual garage. But then the production recreated the front of the garage, and they put it right here. So the area where Marty would come out was around here. So essentially Michael J. Fox's view, besides there being a wall here, was him coming out this way, coming down this way, kicking the gate open. Can't see my foot. Kicking the gate open, and then carrying on down this way where he did his skateboarding stuff that I can't recreate. I think one of the interesting things here is that there are actually houses over here. There's actually houses back here behind this commercial area. Can everybody still hear me? I want to make sure I'm still on. There's houses back here. So when I first moved to LA, I actually looked about renting a house or a room or something back here because I figured it'd be kind of cool to live around where Doc Brown's lab was. Another thing to consider is that if Doc's garage is right here, and all of this used to be Doc's land, then Doc's mansion was back there somewhere. Now, I wish I can go back there now, but I would say that Doc's mansion is probably, if you can see this little like house over here behind this one, I'm going to say that is probably the distance between the door here. If they ran up from the door, ran all the way across, it'd be somewhere maybe on the other side of that house. So I kind of like to think about that. I kind of like to contextualize what everything in this area would be like if this was actually the spot. So here's the garage. Back there would be Doc's mansion. Another thing to mention about this location, and again, I think I've recently realized that some people don't realize that, is that it is, like I said, it is the same exact garage, but the address is different. It is 1646. Oh, am I getting that wrong? I think it's 1646 in 1985 and in 1640. And of course, it's 1646 Riverside, John F. Kennedy Drive, and it is 1640 Riverside Drive. And I think that was on the part of the filmmakers to like not make it so obvious that it's the same place. But also, you'd have to assume that when it was Doc's mansion, it was 1640. And then when all this was sold and redeveloped and all these other spots were built, this slot became 1646. It became a couple of slots over from 1640 to 1646. So that's a cool little note about that. So here we are. This is the Burger King. So this Burger King is probably the most visited maybe Burger King in the world, considering all the events and all the people who just show up and take pictures with it. I think that this is one of the more interesting locations because it is a real place where they built a partial set. So whoever was here for 2015, for going back to 2015, this Burger King had actually had a kitchen fire right before that. So it wasn't open, but luckily the organizers were able to work it out with Burger King, and they brought in a Burger King food truck, and they let us set up in this parking lot. And there were tables and stuff. So some people were sad that they couldn't go inside, but we never go inside this Burger King in the movie. But we do hang out a lot here in the driveway. So it was kind of cool that in that case, we were able to actually hang out and eat in the driveway, essentially in Doc's front yard. And that's kind of a unique experience. A few things about the Burger King that we see throughout the movie. I'm not 100% sure. It's probably the case, but I feel like Burger King, I'm not sure if Burger King was a product placement sponsor. I feel like this location just kind of worked out. But there are other instances of Burger King seen in the movie, so something tells me that maybe they chose this location and they then like worked it out, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe they had the product placement and they found this location. But at the beginning of the movie, when we're at Doc's place, there's actually some Burger King wrappers on his bed. And then I also believe there's some Burger King bags or wrappers inside Doc's truck. But I don't think we ever see them, but I believe there's production photos of them. So, and then of course, Dave McFly, he works at Burger King. He has a Burger King hat. It's not 100% sure it's the same Burger King, but Hill Valley's not a very big town. So I would assume that Dave McFly lives next door to works next door to Doc Brown. I'm gonna walk around here a little bit. So, like I said before, the Burger King. Watch, I'm gonna show you a little. Something I first noticed the first time I came to visit here was that there's a store just down the street from here called Future Glass, which is kind of neat. No relation at all. Just a store that says Future next to a Back to the Future location. So yeah, so this Burger King. So I'm going to recreate the shot. So essentially, obviously it's two shots, but we see Marty leave here. He starts skateboarding, and then there's a wide shot. And he comes down this way, and this accessibility ramp wasn't there before. Marty came up this way, latched onto the truck, and then they went out that way. This Burger King was, like I said, had a fire, and they remodeled it. And some fans were kind of upset that it was remodeled because it no longer looked the way it did in the movie. Of course, it had already been remodeled since the movie came out, as fast food restaurants tend to do that. I have no problem with them remodeling. My feeling is that Back to the Future is a movie that's all about changes and how things look different in the past and the future. It's still a Burger King. This is just the 2015 version of the Burger King. If in part 2 they decided to have driven to Doc Brown's lab when they were in 2015, this is what the Burger King might have looked like at that point. So I personally don't have an issue with it. I think it's kind of in the spirit of the movie. If they had torn down the Burger King, I'd be upset. But them remodeling it, that's just, showing the passage of time. The clock tower was remodeled. Doc Brown's mansion was destroyed, and then the lab was left there. So I have no issue with that. Something I want to kind of point out, and this is what I like to do when I am at locations, because I see a lot of people come to locations and they just kind of like hang out. They look at the place, take a picture, and then they leave. What I like to do is really think about like what this place is in terms of the movie, what this place is in terms of Hill Valley, contextualize it in terms of the bigger picture of like, if I was in the movie or if I was in Hill Valley, what would this mean? So I like to think about the larger scope of it. So of course, Marty leaves here, he comes down this way, he skateboards this way, and then he turns down that way. So when I'm in this area, I like to think that this whole area is Hill Valley. This is our first shot of Hill Valley in the movie, and we see this building, we see part of this building, which has an interesting history. This building, I believe at the time, up until recently, this building was an office or a headquarters or a retailer for RE cameras, which is a film camera. There's a lot of media companies here in Burbank, and they had to cover up the sign because obviously it doesn't make sense for RE cameras to be in Hill Valley, but also because I think because they weren't shooting with RE cameras. But then recently, a couple years ago, I noticed that the RE camera thing. So this was the same building or occupant for a while. Now it's a different studio. Anyway, in the movie, you see Marty come out, and then so whenever I'm here, and I recommend this for people who come and visit, is just think bigger. So if you look down the street, or if you drive down this street, this is all Hill Valley. This building, the mountains, everything down this way. We're gonna walk a little further, but I really like to think in those terms of like what is Hill Valley, what is not Hill Valley, and as far as I'm concerned, whenever I drive down this way, and this is a main road here, and I work near here, so I try to drive down this street as often as I can. And as far as I'm concerned, this is all Hill Valley because we saw this in the movie. So sometimes I like to, we see a lot of these stores. We see these places in the movie. We see this. We see part of this building, it's a diner, Lancers. I've gotten to eat there because in my mind, Lancers is in Hill Valley. Here's the sign. So that's kind of like, I'll be doing that a little bit throughout this tour, is I'm going to kind of like walk us around places that we normally don't see. Like, for example, here you go. This is the opposite view. It might not seem that big of a deal if you come and visit. It's just the street that you probably drove up. But to me, this is important because this is us seeing another side of Hill Valley. This is us seeing the other side of the street. So I'm not going to go inside because because of the situation we're in right now. One of the things that I do like about this, and I think they might have changed this Burger King a little, is a little while ago. This little area here was a little lounge, like a little kind of coffee lounge, and I used to come and sit there, and I would essentially sit at this window and work on my computer, like if it was a Starbucks or something. But my view was our first view of Hill Valley, and I like to think about that. I like to think about those mountains. My friend lives over here, and those mountains are right behind our house, and I think these are the mountains that we see in Hill Valley. So I like to try to think of that it's not just one location, it's not just one shot that they took, but that it's kind of like, what are the limits? What are the limits of this shot? What are the limits of this location? What does that mean? Right now, technically, I'm still walking in the movie. I like to think of that. Another a cool little detail, not specifically about the movie, but something to do, in relative to the movie, is behind the Burger King, there is a O'Reilly's Auto Parts. So now, if you all remember, for a while there was a thing where O'Reilly Auto Parts, if you go to their website, you could find the flux capacitor as an item. It had an item number and everything. You could order it, but it was there. It was an Easter egg. And this O'Reilly Auto Parts, as far as I'm concerned, if based on the movie, I think you see this sign, and it's been here. It's over there. So technically, in the movie, there was an O'Reilly Auto Parts right behind Doc Brown's house. And O'Reilly Auto Parts also has a flux capacitor in their website. It's just kind of not an in-movie Easter egg, but it's just kind of neat that this joke kind of has some semblance of grounding. I'm going to walk you guys around here. There used to be a Toys R Us over here, which you see that in the movie. Used to be a Toys R Us there. Here's Lancers. That's that diner that you see also in the background of the movie. And here we are. Walk back around. Is everybody still there? Is there any questions or anything that Oh, here we go. I'm seeing some questions. I can't hear you.
Here we are. I was trying to see the comments at the same time.
Oh,
People
okay.
tell you about the movie, the visit. They remember the Toys R Us sign being there. Of course, yeah, the Toys R Us sign was there.
Yeah.
And it has changed. It has changed a lot. And, thank you for all those details you gave to us, because a lot of people know the location, but you have given a lot of details about those locations, so it was really appreciated. And as an expert you are, it's excellent to have this virtual visit on live with you, because you know all those places, of course, and you could give us a lot of details. So people enjoy it a lot. A lot of people say, thank you, Kevin, thank you, in French.
Does anybody have any questions about this location or about anything else?
Thanks to share it with us. Thank you. Really amazing to see. We put it there. Thank you. Really amazing to see again this way, Marty. I see the question. Do you have some question, guys, or not? Oh, location. Is there still Whopper in Burger King in America?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll never get rid of the Whopper. It is interesting that the product placement was with Burger King, because they could have easily have made a McFly sandwich with McDonald's, but they went with Burger King instead. This is the other side of the Burger King, is the side you don't see in the movie.
Yeah. The same one like Coca and Pepsi, in fact, in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the brands.
What's interesting, about the Coke and Pepsi is just because Pepsi's logo changed so much and the Coke logo didn't. But I think in this case, this is another thing I wanted to say, was that why did they pick this Burger King? And of course, there's probably the reason that it was a good spot, like, it had that perfect driveway and everything to place it there, but they probably could have faked that anywhere else. You actually see this Burger King in other movies and things like that. I saw it in an episode of Conan a while ago when he was supposed to go work at a Burger King. And I didn't understand why. Like, why this one? Why is it so special? And then it dawned on me when I looked at a map. This is the closest Burger King to the studios, to the major studios. Universal, Warner Brothers, Disney, they're all down the street from here. So I would have to assume that they wanted to, that's the closest one. So I think this is also one of the reasons they updated it, because they probably want to look good if a movie wants to shoot here. So I'm gonna do a little. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this, but I'm gonna try to do a little thing, a little treat, and I'm gonna drive through the drive-through.
Okay.
So you can see kind of like Marty's point of view, or not Marty's point of view, the car's point of view that Marty latched onto. So hopefully you guys are into this. It might take a few minutes.
I might
order
the people up
named a state institution so that the cost of tuition would stay steady instead of voting for politicians who would protect unions.
Sorry about that. At NPR on. So this is giving you guys the view of what the drive-in is. I'm also going to order some food just to give you the full experience, and also because I'm hungry.
Wow. I have a question for it's not for today. Will you be able
can I have the number 13
into the church where the dance was?
With a cheese or no cheese?
With cheese, yeah.
With cheese?
Yes.
Okay, and the drink?
The Coke.
The Coke, anything else?
That'll be it.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, guys, I had to order.
No, it's
But here, I thought this is kind of neat. That this is a point of view that we never really see in the movie, is the point of view of the car that Marty latches onto. So I just figured it out. Yeah.
This is a behind the scene exclusive.
Yeah. So over here is where Doc's. I don't know if you make it. Over here is where Doc's lab would be. Just for context. So imagine anyways, there was a question that I missed. Can you repeat the question?
No, it was a question from Daz. He said, will you be able to get into the church where the dance was? So due to the planning we have made, because we have a lot of location to visit with you all this week, I don't remember if we have planned the church. I don't remember, but I don't think, no?
No, it's only the exteriors. The interiors are hard to do because you have to get permission, and the church is particularly difficult now. It used to be easier, but now with COVID, it's even harder. Like I'm not even going to try. Normally I would probably walk you into the Battle of the Bands auditorium, which is actually nearby here, but all that stuff is closed. So unfortunately, it's only the exterior ones. But sometimes the exteriors are more fun because it's a bigger world and you can walk around and look at things and look behind things. Whereas interiors, it's very specific spots that they shot in. So unfortunately, we won't be going to the Untitled Chapter dance. We will be going to the school, and then at the school we'll see what is the exterior of the auditorium. Even though we don't really see it in the first movie, we see it in the second movie. So that hopefully will be fun.
Okay, thank you, and that's understandable. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I just want to say for the this is kind of taking a while. Sorry, for the I'm trying to do these in order of the way they appear in the movie. So this is the first shot, or the first exterior is this, and then tomorrow it's the school, and then it's Marty's house, and then it's the mall, and then it's the 1955 Line Estates, and then it's the 1955 street that everybody lives on, and then it's Doc Brown's house, and then after that, I'll see if there's some other places that I can visit or I can do a video for. But I'm trying to do it in order of the movie,
In the order of the movie. Yeah, it's important for the people to know that this the location in the order of the movie.
Yeah.
And So it was really interesting, Kevin. Really interesting. I think a lot of people have appreciated your virtual visit of Hill Valley with all of those details you gave.
Yeah.
And wow, it's incredible to have this virtual visit of Hill Valley today because it had changed a lot. But the Burger King was recognizable, and there are some places like the houses, etc. You will show in few days that haven't changed a lot, and others who have changed a lot. We will know.
Yeah.
So we will see.
No, definitely. The house hasn't changed a lot. The 1955 houses haven't changed at all. Doc's mansion hasn't changed. So those are going to be fun because it's like stepping into the movie, stepping back in time.
Okay.
If anybody has any questions for tomorrow, if you want to leave them in the comments, and that way I'm prepared to answer them. Feel free to.
Okay. So we will try to see if there is some question, and tomorrow you could answer it if we have time. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people say, amazing job. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for explaining all those details. For example, here, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. She said, amazing job. All Easter eggs. Thank you for your unique perspective. Exactly. Yeah, it was a unique perspective showing us those behind the scenes from the point of view of driving. Very interesting.
What I try to do is imagine that I'm living in Hill Valley, that I'm walking in the steps, not just a filming location, but this is Hill Valley to me. This Burger King is in Hill Valley. And
Exactly.
I do go out of my way to go to these locations, to just drive by them. Like I'll try to drive by here. My friend recently moved near Marty's house, and I'll go 5 minutes out of my way to drive down Marty's house on the way to her house, just so that I can, that was one of the reasons I moved to Los Angeles, just was to be close to Hill Valley. So 100%.
Oh, yeah, an interesting question, but I think there's one place. In this Burger King, are there still employees from the time of the film? I don't know.
I would doubt that there is, just because fast food tends to have a turnover. But when you go to these places, you do find, this is what's interesting. When I first came to these places, almost 20 years ago, like back in 2002, people who work these places didn't know. Oh, this was in a movie, or if you went to Puente Hills Mall, like people didn't know. And now you go, and the people who work there will tell you. They'll be like, "Did you know?" Like you'll wear a shirt, and they'll say, "Did you know they shot Back to the Future outside?" So it has. I don't think the same people work here, but I'm sure these people know. Like they probably see me out here with the camera, and they know what I'm doing, because this is, this has happened so much already. Hey, Rusty.
Hey, Doc.
Our official Doc Brown is on here.
Exactly, our official Doc Brown here. Seeing
Rusty,
his
I still have all when I went to the musical, I bought Rusty some merchandise, and I still have it in my car. So maybe we'll meet up later. Sorry, I thought this drive-through thing was going to be faster, but it's taking a little bit. I wanted to show you the view when they pull out to the street. But if you need to go, feel free to.
No. We could wait. No problem. We could wait.
Oh, okay.
A little to have you. Incredible.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else here. Something that I kind of do, and I'll mention it in other places, especially at the mall, is that I try to patronize the stuff that we see in the movie. So I'll come to this Burger King and I'll eat, or I'll sit here and I'll, when it was open, or when you can eat on the inside. But this one time I needed something, a car cover. And I was like, I'm going to go to the O'Reilly's that's behind the Burger King, because that is Back to the Future. So instead of going to just any O'Reilly's, and I'll do that places. I'll buy a lot of my clothes at Puente Hills Mall, just so that I can remember that's where I got my shoes at Twin Pines Mall or whatever. So something else I wanted to say was this Burger King is in Burbank, which is like, it's in LA, but it's just kind of north of Central LA, kind of north of Hollywood. And there's actually a lot of locations here in Burbank. There's the Burger King. There is the Battle of the Bands Auditorium. There is also the Chapel O' Love. And also Burbank is kind of like equidistant. Like it's as far away from everything as it's like the central location city to all the locations. So to me, it feels like it's like the center of Hill Valley. Hold on, I'm going to pay.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Right.
No, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Wow. We will have this perspective point of view when the
Thank
car
you.
cross road. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
so I'm gonna try to pull out here safely. I hate doing these turns,
Yeah,
but and then after
Right.
this, you can log me off just because I can't do it myself. Oh, I think I can do it. Here we go. So we're gonna see. Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. All right, here we go.
Do your best and be careful.
Yeah,
Wow. Here we are.
So this is the drive. This is the drive that Marty was taking.
You have a skateboarder behind you.
A what? Yeah. I should have picked up a skateboarder. But yeah, you can see all this stuff in the movie partially. You know, far in the background, you see the mountains. So yeah. So that's, to me, this is part of Hill Valley, and I like to think of it that way.
You're an Hill Valley citizen, Kevin.
I try. Yeah, I try to bring it to life. So
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Okay. It was very interesting. Can't wait to have episode 2 tomorrow. Wow, what a piece of history you bring to us.
There'll be less driving tomorrow, but less drive through. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for doing this. And
thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Let me turn this around and say goodbye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao. Wow, what an incredible visit we have with Kevin visiting the Hill Valley. Wow. Hey, Doug. You're late for the visit of Hill Valley.
Great Scott.
Oh my God.
I'm late.
You're late,
Damn.
Of course, Doug.
Damn. Sorry. Hi.
Hi,
travelers.
We're just visiting the Hill Valley and your laboratory, in fact. Wow.
Yeah.
With the Burger King.
I want to eat something now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's time, man.
It's time.
So, for the people just joining us at this moment, perhaps you have missed some time of this presentation. Of this presentation. We start 30 minutes before each interview with Kevin Bosch for a virtual presentation of Hill Valley location each day. So each day, 30 minutes before the interview, you could visit live Hill Valley, California, with our friend Kevin Bosch. It was a very cool visit because we have learned a lot of things. He's really a citizen of Hill Valley with a lot of experience. He knows the trilogy very well, so he's able to give us a lot of details about the condition where the movie was made on this location. So it's very interesting.
A real citizen of Hill Valley.
Exactly, a real citizen of Hill Valley. So welcome back, guys. And as I previously said, for the people who are here from the beginning, unfortunately, Claudia was away this morning. She was not able to attend this meeting because of a fever. So Claudia, if you see this live, so get well, and we will try to reschedule something next week.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will put the update information in the website, and if she could attend, for example, next Sunday, go to the website and see the updates there. So for today, we could speak about something that we missed yesterday because of some troubles, informatic troubles. It was the presentation of the wonderful lot for auction, the main auction. Yeah, this is in fact the painting of Robert Zemeckis made by our friend Jordan Semper. And yesterday I wanted to launch a video, and I wasn't able to launch it. So now you could see live. Oh, I will make this banner disappear. 1 minute. Up, zook. Now you could see live this very beautiful painting made by our friend Jordan Semper. So if you wanna know who is Jordan Semper, so we will put a little video of who is he, and you could learn all the things up he has made. So up, I will try to share my screen and to show you up this application. Up, Jordan, I'm sharing, and now guys, listen to him. Welcome on board, Jordan. I'm sure up. Okay, the sound is great. So okay, I'm launching the video. Jordan Semper.
Hello, my name is Jordan Semper. Like all of you, I am a fan of the Back to the Future trilogy. This passion made me want to collect objects related to films, but also to travel to discover filming locations in the United States. One day, I had a revelation.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. Wonderful artist.
And yeah, you could see, guys, this paint very beautiful.
Yeah.
In live. Up. So up. I remove this one. Thank you. It's a very cool painting, and you could see from the behind its name, because every painting of Jordan have a name. This one, could you tell us whose name, Doc?
No, because I can't see.
You can't see because you have your
glasses.
glasses. Yeah, it's something inscriptious from Jordan Semper. He signed the painting. So this one was made, as he said, for Robert Zemeckis, and he was unable to bring him with him in Manchester, and we decided to put it for auction in Team Fox. So how does it work? Because this is the special item of the event. We don't want this one to be in auction only for one day, because you have to make a reflection about this, and we have to. Oh, the sun, yeah, the sun is cool. We have to put it in auction for a few days, so it will start up. It will start today.
Today?
Oh, he said no sound. Do we have sound? Yeah, it seems we have sound or not. Could you guys say if we have sound or not?
Do you hear us?
I think there is sound, but I see a comment saying there's no sound, but it was minutes ago. Could someone, I will try to go there. One, two, three. Yes. Up loud. So yes, the sound is on. No sound for Jordan's video. Oh, for Jordan's video. Okay. Okay, we understand. So we have no sound for Jordan's video. Now sound, but not in the video. Okay. Thank you, Didier. Thank you, Daniel. We could try. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. We'll try to make it.
Perhaps can we
later? Yeah, we could. Do you
do
want
it
to
once
repeat?
more? Yeah, because
once
it's
more?
short, and so
yeah,
that
it's short.
each one can hear what Jordan said to us.
So I will try to put this up.
Sorry for the convenience.
Yes, technical issues. I will try to put the sound up. Up. Is the sound there? Up. Up là.
Hello, my name is Jordan Samper. Like all of you.
So is there sound? So is there sound now in the Jordan's video? Could someone tell us if there is sound or not? Please. Up. Up. Up.
I am a fan of the Back to the Future trilogy. This passion made me want to collect objects related.
Up. So is there sound? No, there's no sound. Never to, okay, never you both. Okay. I will try to make it up this way. Up. We'll try another thing. Up, just launching in another way. Stop this stuck. Is it working? No, it doesn't seem to work up. So, Reach an emitter at the screen. Okay.
Hello, my name is Jordan Samper. Like all of you, I am a fan of the Back to the Future trilogy. This passion made me want to collect objects related to films, but also to travel to discover filming locations in the United States. One day, I had a revelation. I hit my head in the toilet. I wanted to go further in my process of fan of Back to the Future. I wanted to meet the actors for this fantastic trilogy. I am a painter, and what I love the most is painting portraits. The idea was all found. I was going to make paintings of my favorite actors and offer them proof of my love for this trilogy. The first to have her portrait was Claudia Wells, and the exchange with this actress was...
We are here back, guys. It seems there is some technical troubles, so it doesn't matter. We'll try to improve tomorrow and to make this video about, a better thing, we could call Jordan in live. So one day we'll try. Would be nice. We'll try to call him live, just to have him and to try to have some explanation about this painting. So we'll do our best to have him live later. So guys, about this painting, yes, there is some sound now. About this painting, we want to put this one in few weeks. So in few days. The auction could start, for example, today. I will make a post in my Facebook profile for the launch of this paint, and you will be able to put your bid each day as you want until next Sunday. So we are talking about 1 week open for the bids.
Till Sunday, what time?
Till Sunday, 8 o'clock French time, for example. When we start, we could announce the winner or the max bid, and we could have a winner for this auction. So, or even of 8, we could put 9.
Okay,
In that case, let's put 9, and we will have the last hour in live with us. So it could be very interesting to have all of you guys trying to put your last bid to try to win this very beautiful painting. So yes, okay, Doc, it's a great idea. So we'll start from now. I will make a little post in my Facebook profile, and till next Sunday, 9 o'clock French hour. It means 12 in the States. You're able to make some bids on this beautiful painting. So we have a step about this painting. We have a step which is a step of 450. If you
dollars, euros. Okay,
we're talking about $500, something like that.
Yeah.
So the first person who reached this step of 450 euros will automatically win a surprise.
Oh.
So it means that we want to have people a semi-mesure, which is that if you are not the high bid to have this painting, which having a lot of funds for Paul Michael and to raise a lot of money for Team Fox, but if you are the first to put more than 450 euros on the table in this bid for this painting, you will automatically win a surprise. So guys, when I will launch my post, don't hesitate to put more than 450. In that way, you could be the first to reach that step and perhaps to win the surprise.
And nice surprise. I know you. I know all the treasures you have.
Yes, it will be a big surprise, and it was it. It was it. Really, it was it to make those donations and to make those bids to try to win this beautiful painting. And after that, we have some increments which are 50 each time. So, for example, if the max bid at the moment when I open the post is 450 and someone won the surprise, then after you could bid by increment of 50. So that way it's 500, 550, 600, etc., etc., etc. And hopefully we could have a big prize and we could raise a lot of money for our pal, because I want to be sure that all of you understood that all of the profits for this painting benefits Team Fox.
Yeah.
If, for example, as always, exactly, because this is the main goal of the association. This is the main goal of the event. For example, if it's $1,000, for example, for this paint, it means $1,000 goes in the Team Fox account of the association for our pal Michael J. So this is a very cool and a very beautiful item. So let's bid on it, be generous. It was it. It was to be with our pal Michael J. Fox, and as always, to raise a lot of funds for this foundation. So,
and Bob Zemeckis had it in the end.
Exactly. Yeah. In Manchester, Bob wasn't able to bring it with him, but he had it in the end. So it's really very cool and
a very unique treasure.
Yeah, exactly. As always, when Jordan is doing some paint, it's always some beautiful results. And a lot of people, as the video said, unfortunately, you haven't heard it because it seems that you haven't the sound, but it says that he starts with Claudia Wells and then he delivers some paintings to Kevin Bosch, Leah, Christopher, Michael J.
There was one to Bob Gale.
Exactly. So, wow.
And other people.
A lot of people. And not only by the futures, there's also a lot of other people, the stars who are
Sigourney Weaver,
and from Ghostbusters.
Also
a lot of people.
Yeah.
So really a piece of history, Jordan's history, this beautiful artist named Jordan Semper, and really a beautiful gift from our trilogy, because it's Zemeckis in the Michael J. Fox portrait with the almanac. So it's really a unique thing.
so nice.
Let's be generous, guy, for that item. But it's not the only one, because today we have a lot of other things to present, and we have an auction who will start at 9 o'clock in my Facebook, and it's an auction about. Someone said it seems like a photo. On dirait une photo tellement c'est beau. So a French friend of us, Luc, said it seems like a photo because it's very realistic.
Yeah.
And yes, it's a very realistic paint, but with Jordan is always that way. He has some talent, incredible talent. This guy is phenomenal.
And especially, for example, for Kevin Pike, he made a painting, and I said to him when I saw that he was the new Trusan, because the composition of the painting was absolutely incredible in the same way as Drew has always made in the posters that we know. So wow, Jordan, wonderful work.
A very talented guy. And here a comment of Jordan, with your permission, Jordan, I will show people. He said, I'm trying to do my best for this great cause. So thank you, Jordan.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan.
Always welcome, and you know that we support you support the cause with us since a lot of time, a long time, and for that reason, thank you, Captain.
Yeah, always there to support Team Fox.
Exactly, one of the first supporter of the cause. So I met years ago. So thank you, Jordan. So now let's speak about some other things, because we have a lot of news and actuality today. Even if, unfortunately, Claudia is not joining us, we have a lot of things to say about. So, to talk about. Let's take my little... I have also...
Sad news?
It's a sad news. No, we have a lot of sad news also.
Yeah, we have sad news.
My first of all, sad news is not really sad, but as I have noticed that you haven't heard the video, I have another one to put for you. But
so it's a good news.
It's a good news, but if you're not able to hear the video, if you're not able to hear it, I can't put it. So I have to try and to make some things to be able to make this video on, and and tomorrow we'll try to put
in this case
video.
Let's try out of this live, try to do our best, and we will show it perhaps tomorrow.
Exactly, tomorrow we'll try to find another way to be able to. It was an exclusive interview of Bob Gale again.
Wow.
So we've never heard questions and never heard answers. So I kept it for me, because 6 years ago, just to be sure that I could put
private
interview on as an exclusive item from the association right there, right now, for you guys, for you the fans. But unfortunately, with those troubles, I'm not able to do that. So I will find I promise, Doc, I will find another way to share this video with all of you. But I noticed that the camera seems not very well placed today. It's important to see my banner of Team Fox and Michael J. Yeah, it sounds better. And perhaps this way up sounds better for me. Yeah, here we are, Doc.
Here we are. Wonderful.
Wow, we don't see the bee of back, but you know that is Back to the Future we're talking about since years.
Did you know it was Back to the Future then? Okay.
Are we talking about Star Wars or the Goonies? No, come on. Have you liked
Star Wars? I don't know. Star Wars.
Hey, I use a monster of the Goonies, you know. I know you're the dog from the Back to the Future. Okay.
Hi, Choco.
So we have a lot of things to say, and we have also things to show you, because as every of you know, we have sad news, about a great person who made a lot for the Back to the Future movie franchise, but also for a lot of other movies, because his work was amazing, totally amazing. He designed a lot of things for a lot of movies, with always an inspiration which was fantastic. Different periods, different styles, and different movie blockbusters. His work was just incredible. And we want to thank Ron Cobb, of course, for all he has done in the movie, and for all of his work.
Artist.
He was so talented. He was so talented. He made a lot of designs in Back to the Future, but not only Back to the Future. With your permission, we want to show you his website, because it's important for you guys to go there to see all of the work he have done in so many movies. So I will try to share again something. I don't know if it will work now, but we will try. Up. Here we are, Doc. Up and up. I will put up. Up. This is the up. So, took a share screen. Doc. Sorry for the talk. Here we are. We have partager le contenu. I have find an option. Perhaps I'm able to have the audio, but later we will try it. So this time, let's see. Okay. No, it's not the more comfortable for you, Doc. No, that way. Better that way.
Better.
Okay, so here we are in roncobb.net website. So as you could see, in 1985, the Back to the Future DeLorean time machine created the initial design of the DeLorean time machine. And then a lot of artists, designers worked together to make this DeLorean time machine. The image of the DeLorean time machine, in the movie, because when you see this picture of the first version of the DeLorean time machine, it was not exactly the same way that we all know in the movie. You could notice, for example, the exterior and behind the car, it's not the same thing, and the license plate, the colors also are not the same. The flux band, he made the idea of putting some flux bands there and there, but in fact, it was the initial design. He works creating the interior and the exterior of the car, and after that, a lot of designers help and put some others design based on these initial designs, and they made the time machine the way in the movie. So Ron was the first to work on it and to put those designs in interior and exterior. He created the initial design of the DeLorean time machine. But as you could see, he worked on many, many movies. For example, some Last Starfighter. I love this movie, Doc. It's a science fiction movie.
We can find the car from
exactly.
This
There's
movie
a lot
in Back to the Future too.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of similarities between the Last Starfighter and Back to the Future. And I know that we have a guest in a few days, which name is Kevin Pike, and he worked also in the Last Starfighter. He will be able to bring us some real interesting things about the comparison of those two movies. So regarding Ron Cobb, he works, for example, in a lot of things. Conan the Barbarian. So wow, he made a lot of things for Conan. All of the helmets, all of the arms, all of the design, the weapons. the whole world. He worked on
Weapon.
Conan Weapon. He worked in the whole world of Conan's. He make a lot of things, and 2 years ago, I think a lot of designs were in action, in screen use or props. I don't remember. And wow, his work was really great. As you could see, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Alien, Star Wars, of course.
Some extraterrestrials design.
Yeah, Dark Star, Walt Disney Studio. He worked for a lot of big.
Yeah, it could have been fantasy, science fiction.
Yeah, he worked in different
everything, and yeah.
Also, for example, he was the art director of the Rock Boys of Dizzy Top. He worked also for Dizzy Tops. Yeah,
right.
And different episodes.
And in fact, it's always strange because you can always find someone who played in a movie, who plays some music somewhere.
It's in fact it's a little world, with a lot of combination of some brands, which, as Kevin Bosch explained us, the difference between the Coke and the Pepsi, which knows that his logo changed a lot. So there's a lot of design he made, and it was very interesting. So he works also in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, in the Twilight Zone from some episode, and Running Man, of course. So it was very interesting. Abyss, Total Recall, True Lies, etc., etc., etc. So, Titan, etc. So we will make a little pause, and we will speak in French for a few minutes to explain also all of those things in French for French people who are connected. And then in 5 minutes, we will come back in English. So Doc is gone. So where is he? I don't have seen him going on. So I will put, I don't know where is it. So let's speak now during 5 minutes in French, and we will talk about and talk English again after. So pour les amis français qui êtes là, eh bien voilà, on voulait juste faire ce petit hommage à Ron Cobb, comme vous l'avez vu sur son site web. Il y a énormément de designs qui sont très très intéressants. Il a eu une vie véritablement incroyable d'un point de vue artistique. Il a travaillé sur énormément de licences, que ce soit les Star Wars, les Starfighters, les Aliens, Retour vers le futur. Il a été le premier à faire le design de la DeLorean, la première mouture intérieure-extérieure. C'était vraiment très très intéressant, tous les designs qu'il a fait, parce qu'en plus c'était sur un monde vraiment très particulier, que ce soit la science-fiction ou d'autres films comme ça. C'était vraiment incroyable. Et puis plus particulièrement, vous voulez axer son travail incroyable dans le monde de Conan le Barbare, parce qu'il a été, depuis le design des personnes, de la musculature des gens, à avoir le design des armes, le design des vêtements, etc. C'était assez incroyable. Donc voilà, c'était un petit hommage qu'on voulait faire à Ron Cobb, qui nous a malheureusement quittés, et qui a eu un impact non seulement dans Retour vers le futur, mais également dans forcément tous les autres films que j'ai cités. Et maintenant, on va voir, si par exemple, on va pouvoir faire un petit interlude musical. Que se passe-t-il? Nom de Zeus, Doc. Waouh, ça c'est du rock. Wow, rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah, in fact, we know there was also another sad news, and that's why we are joking with the music, but perhaps you knew this music. It was Eruption from Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen passed away last week at 65, and he was so great guitarist, a legendary guitarist For sure, you know him because you know this thing, this cassette, Edward Van Halen, the music that wake up George, for sure, in 1955. But he was also the guitarist who played the music during this part of the movie. True. And also he had a great influence because you have to know he was one of the greatest guitarists of the world. He reinvented the playing guitar because especially the tapping, this thing, the tapping playing mode, and also the playing with the whammy bar. And you can see it during the audition.
So he inspired a lot of people.
All the people, but also in the movie. In fact, you can hear the influence of his style of playing in the audition of Marty McFly and the Pinheads. And you can also see Marty McFly playing like Eddie Van Halen on Johnny B. Good, because when he's doing like that, it's typically Van Halen style.
Van Halen, yeah.
So what a great artist! He reinvented the playing guitar, and especially for hard rock music. A lot of greatest guitarists today were very influenced by Eddie Van Halen. Sure. A lot of specialists consider that he reinvented the guitar. There was, in fact, Jimi Hendrix and then Eddie Van Halen. He was really the guy every people knew at the end of 70s and the beginning of 80s. He played on Beat It. Beat It that you can hear for sure in Back to the Future 2. Not the solo of Van Halen. He's not the guitarist who played the riff. It was Steve Lukather from Toto. But for sure, Eddie Van Halen is everywhere. You know for sure the Jump.
He was so
song, but
guy.
He was so influential.
With a unique style also. He plays the music with a unique style. For that reason, a lot of people came and tried to do the same because he was so with some inspiration. Very great guy, yeah.
So rest in peace, Eddie, and really a fantastic guitarist
for the world of the music and for the world of the video. So because he worked on everywhere with his style and his style, which is copied, but
and really recognizable. Very important. He had his style.
His own style and
the sound also playing with a lot of pedals. Of sound, and so rip Eddie Van Halen. And by the way, I have to say that do you know this guitar? For sure, you know it. When Marty explodes his the amp of Duck. Just one remark about that. I don't know if you know it, dear time travelers, dear backers, but in fact, this guitar, this Hondo guitar that is under Early Wine license, was designed by who? By Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. Yeah. So when we said
some links
5-10 minutes ago that you can always find someone somewhere and always the same guy in this little world, Billy Gibbons saw the ZZ Top that we can see in the third part of the movie, of the trilogy.
He designed the guitar in the first.
He's already in the first movie of the trilogy. Indirectly, but he's there.
He's there. A lot of connection, as Doug said, a lot of connection between those stars, those guests. And if you do attention to the trilogy, we could notice that it was made with a lot of perfection, thinking about doing the best and trying to choose everyone, the same people, the same brands to make those things logical. And for that reason, it's also a trilogy that a lot of people love, because when you see it, you could see it like if it was made in only one shot, because it's not like a trilogy. It could be considered as a unique film. And yes, we are talking also about some plans and some behind the scenes tips and some footage with are very with some troubles. But in fact, every movie has some troubles because you're not shooting in one time, so you're making different shoot. So when you assemble all the shoot, you could make some troubles between images, etc. But in fact, when you know all the trilogy and the Back to the Future world, even in the music, in the video, and also in the Back to the Future paints or art, you could ever note some different links, as Doc said, the links between artists, between movie, between music, and you could see that it's a big, wide world, but linked. It's always linked and relative to the Back to the Future world.
By the way, we will ask Bob Gale when he will be back with us on the 21st of
if
October.
He decided to shoot this way or not.
Just to know, because ZZ Top was his favorite group and that's why they appear in the third movie, in the third part. Mm-hmm. But did he know that Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top was already with this guitar? What was the choice for this guitar?
Yeah, exactly.
And perhaps did he know if there was a connection
and
with his favorite group?
This guitar, or it was only,
we can ask.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, at the moment we don't know if the choice is beginning or not to the Bob Gales or Bob Zemeckis perhaps, or Michael J. or some other guys, but it will be a good question to ask him. Yeah. So
in any case, do not forget, for sure, to save the clock tower, but also just help,
to put money and to help the foundation.
It's
very important.
To Team Fox, that's why also
tomorrow I will prepare a little banner on the screen to remember all of each time that it's very important to give donation to the Team Fox, because trying to win some lots like tonight, we will present just in a few minutes the lot of the auction, but trying to win it and putting some money to the great cause and to the auction, it was it because it's a donation for Team Fox. But even if you're not part of this auction and if you want to help us, it's very important to give to michaeljfox.org foundation.
Absolutely, auction or not, as we said yesterday, each donation is important.
Whatever donation,
we can help. We all can help.
We have a very good question in live from Kevin. Hey, Kevin. So the creator of the guitar didn't know it was in the movie until the movie came out. Wow! So he seen them.
So finally, it's like a DeLorean for the car.
Exactly. Wow! What
they discovered they were in the movie.
Exactly.
Thanks for the story.
After the movie was released.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin, for this additional things he gave us as a comment. And he visited the shops that they were created. Kevin is the guy. He's a real citizen of Hill Valley.
Okay.
As previously said. So, today there is another interesting thing. Hugo is telling us. Today, Michael J. has posted a picture of him and Eddie today on his Instagram. So, very cool to know that.
Yeah.
I will have a look at the Instagram just after to see.
They were friends, that's right.
And speaking about auction, I don't know, I don't remember, but I have to see in my different lots of action I have. I could perhaps remember that I have one photo in the lot about the personal photography of Michael J., which is a photo of him and Eddie. I could remember perhaps.
Yeah.
So it would be a great deal if this photo is somewhere in the lot to try to win the slot, because it was it also. So now, Doc. Yeah. Oh,
I'm Doc.
what these things you
Yes. So now we will
the
present
cassette
you
of Van Halen, of course.
of course, the cassette of Van Halen. But also, I have the item for the auction for tonight.
Yeah, Doug, present.
And you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Present him.
Yeah, I have the
No.
the Calvin Klein
This is
underwear
not- this
of
is-
Martin. No, it's yours.
It's it's mine. This
Oh
one
shit!
is mine.
Yeah, it's yours.
It's not the item. It's not the item of the auction. No.
Okay, so
Wow.
so what is the item of the auction?
No, it
the
was
real one.
the real one. No.
Sorry.
Whoa. So yeah, for today, the real one is a fan. Is a fan used in Doc's laboratory, Doc's garage. So it's very interesting today having Kevin presenting us Doc's laboratory because this fan was used in the laboratory of Doc Brown. Unfortunately, it's considered as a production one because the reason is very simple. A lot of things were used in the movie, as you know, and the garage of Doc is very large, very large. And a lot of things were in, and this fan is was from the Doc Brown garage, but unfortunately, even with the behind the scenes, we have tried to find it on the screen to find, but it's very difficult because we haven't all the right plans of the laboratory of Doc Brown. So it's considered as a production item, but being used, not a screen use, it's a used item considered as a production one. So it's very, oh my gosh,
Very heavy.
Very large, and a great piece of history of the Doc's lab. And you can move it this way, that way. You could plug it. It's as the American plug, but in fact, I need a transformer to try to plug it in Europe. So I never use it. So I even don't know if it works. It's mine from years now, and I decided to put it in auction today for you guys to help the cause. So it's my personal item, but I give it to the 88 Mile Per Hour Association to be able to make the auction tonight. And it's really a good piece of history. It's one of the, not one of the first one I have, but it's really interesting because when I see this fan, it remembers me Doc Brown, because the garage was so urgent, and as you can note, there's a lot of things everywhere. I have some sketches from Andrew Probert, and perhaps also some from Ron Cobb. I don't remember, but I have some sketches of Andrew Probert about Doc Brown's laboratory. I could show you those sketches tomorrow. And in fact, the first version of the garage was not designed as the version we could see on the movie. It was more larger, and for that reason, they have the prop master and all the team decided to bring a lot of things in the garage to make it as a scientist garage with a lot of things everywhere, because Doc Brown is this way. He do 5 things at the same time. So they put in a lot of things on the garage, and it is one of those things coming rightly from Hill Valley, Doc Brown garage, the place that you have visited minutes ago with our friend Kevin Bosch. Yeah. So I'm very happy to put it in exactly 10 minutes in my Facebook profiles. So guys, if you want to bid on, there is a starting price.
Yeah.
And it's starting at 9 o'clock French hour. And I will keep a special post for the bidding at 9 o'clock. And you will be able to put your bid. And the higher bid we have.
How many times do we have?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So the higher bid at the 9:30 will win the prize. knowing that the starting price is about, I could remember,
88?
it's about 300 or something like that, 350, I don't remember. So go over the starting price, and the higher bid win this price. All of the shipping charges are for me, not for the association, because the association has a budget, etc. My own, and because it's my item, and I'm very pleased to offer you the shipping charge.
Thanks, Maestro.
Everywhere you are, if you are in Australia, in Japan, in America, or in Europe, the shipping charges are for me. So the price you put on the auction is the price you will have to pay via PayPal, as always in my profile, and no shipping charge. They are all for me. So hoping that this item will be in good hands, and I'm sure it will be in hands of a fan, of course, and hoping you will enjoy to win it.
A fan
and to buy it. A fan for a fan. Exactly. This is the last sentence we could say today.
Yes.
This is a fan for a fan. So thank you, guys. I think we are finishing the live now because I have to drink, and my bottles are empty. My bottles are empty. My bottles are empty today, so we have.
By the way, thanks
tomorrow.
for the sangria recipe, Pedro.
Yeah, tomorrow you make
we
some
love
sangria. So I have to have few or 3 minutes to make this post in my Facebook profile. So a fan for a fan. I don't know if the French pronunciation is good, but a fan for a fan. Yeah, it could be the last sentence of today. I will show the post. A fan for a fan. Okay, so hoping that you will bid and you will raise a lot of funds for our pal Michael J in few minutes, putting bids on this fan. The starting price, 350. Hopefully it could raise a lot of money, because this is a great donation you will make winning this fan and donate to Michael J. So in few minutes in my Facebook profile. And let's now end the meeting. We will try tomorrow, because I have just find a little option. I think we will be able to launch some videos, and if you want, perhaps we could start. We could start today. We could start just now to see if, because we have some minutes, if Jordan's sample video is working better. Do you want to try, Doc?
Yeah, let's try.
Yes, let's try.
Yeah.
Let's try if this option.
You're still on time, so we can.
Yeah, I'm still on time, so I will try. Where is this video? I will try to find it. Up. So I'm still on time. Up. This is this one.
Hop is the word in French.
Up. Up. And I put like that. I share my screen. I will put the sound. Stop screen. Up. And now I will try to share with some sound. Tuck. Tuk. Tuk. Let's go. Let's see if the video is working with sound now. And if it works, okay. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. So everyone, bye-bye. I will show the video. I will launch the video. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. And for the
thanks for watching.
For the people who want to bid in the fan, it's in few minutes in my Facebook profile. You have 30 minutes to bid on, and hopefully a fan wins a fan. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. I will launch the video Hopefully it has sound. Oh.
Hello, my name is Jordan Samper. Like all of you, I am a fan of the Back to the Future trilogy. This passion made me want to collect objects related to films, but also to travel to discover filming locations in the United States. One day, I had a revelation. I will assure you I didn't hit my head in the toilet. I wanted to go further in my process of fan of Back to the Future. I wanted to meet the actors for this fantastic trilogy. I am a painter, and what I love the most is painting portraits. The idea was all found. I was going to make paintings of my favorite actors and offer them proof of my love for this trilogy. The first to have her portrait was Claudia Wells, and the exchange with this actress was such that I wanted to continue. Then, it was Christopher Lloyd, Lea Thompson, Michael J. Fox, Bob Gale, or even Kevin Pike. The most recent was director Robert Zemeckis, whom I met in Manchester at the world premiere of the musical Back to the Future. It was the day before the global pandemic. Robert Zemeckis has not been able to live with his painting. Today, it is this painting that is proposed to you to support the Michael J. Fox Foundation to find a vaccine against Parkinson's disease. So, do not hesitate to contribute and support this great cause for which the association 88 miles per hour continues to be inventive to find funds. Go Team Fox!